Some people are surrounded by others, yet still feel completely alone, and that loneliness slowly changes the way they see the world. While everyone else is busy talking, lonely people spend more time observing. They notice things most people ignore. At night, their mind rarely stays quiet. They replay conversations, mistakes, and unanswered questions. Sometimes they feel like outsiders watching life happen from a distance. Like they belong everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So instead of talking more, they start thinking more. Their thoughts become deeper, heavier, and more personal. Loneliness often turns people inward. They begin questioning who they really are. Even in crowded places, they can feel invisible, and that feeling slowly changes how they connect with others. But something unusual also happens. They start noticing beauty in quiet moments others never see. Their mind becomes full of thoughts, ideas, and emotions. Sometimes it feels overwhelming, but also strangely meaningful. And over time, lonely people begin to think differently. Not because they want to, but because silence teaches them things noise never could. Lonely people often spend more time alone with their thoughts. And sometimes, that changes them completely. They begin overthinking small things most people forget instantly. A simple message can stay in their mind for hours. Their brain starts imagining every possible outcome, not because they're weak, but because they've been hurt before. Over time, they stop opening up easily. Avoiding people starts feeling safer than trusting them. But loneliness doesn't only create pain. It can also create deep self-awareness. They start noticing little details in life, the quiet moments, the emotions, the hidden meaning behind things. While others react quickly, lonely people often observe first. They learn more by watching than speaking. That's why many creative ideas are born in solitude. Silence forces the mind to explore itself. Still, too much loneliness can become dangerous. A mind trapped alone for too long can become its own enemy. And eventually, lonely people realize something important. Understanding yourself is powerful, but humans still need connection. Loneliness can slowly fill the mind with noise. Too many thoughts, too many memories, too many questions. Sometimes lonely people hold on to the past longer than they should, because memories feel safer than uncertainty. And social media often makes it worse. Everyone else looks happy, connected, and understood. So they hide their real emotions behind fake smiles. Pretending they're okay becomes a daily habit. But deep down, they're exhausted from carrying everything alone. Even silence can start feeling heavy. Then one day, something unexpected happens. They meet someone who understands that same silence. No big speeches, no fake energy, just quiet understanding between two people. And slowly, they begin opening up again. Not perfectly, but honestly. That's when they realize something powerful. Being understood matters more than being impressive. And maybe loneliness was never meant to destroy them. Maybe it was teaching them the value of real connection. Over time, lonely people begin understanding themselves more deeply. They learn what truly matters to them. They stop running from their thoughts. Instead, they slowly make peace with them, because pain often creates empathy. People who felt alone usually understand others the best. And eventually, being alone no longer feels terrifying. It becomes a place of reflection instead of suffering. They learn how to enjoy their own company, not out of sadness, but out of self-respect. They also stop chasing shallow attention. Real connection starts mattering more than popularity. That's why many lonely people become deeply creative. Their emotions finally find somewhere to go. And when they finally find the right people, they connect more honestly than ever before. Because after experiencing loneliness, even small kindness feels powerful. They begin appreciating things others overlook. In the end, lonely people think differently because silence changed them. But that difference can become their greatest strength. Loneliness can either break a person or transform them. The difference depends on what they choose next. Some people escape into endless distractions, but healing usually begins in silence. Slowly, they start rebuilding themselves piece by piece. Not perfectly, but consistently. They begin learning, growing, and understanding their emotions better. And for the first time, they stop hating themselves. Then comes the hardest step of all, reaching out and risking connection again. And sometimes, They realized they were never as alone as they thought. They just needed honesty instead of pretending. The lonely person who once overthought everything now walks with quiet confidence. Because healed people often become the safest place for others. They understand pain without judging it. And one day, they finally look back and realize something beautiful. Loneliness didn't ruin them, it revealed them. So, if you feel lonely right now, remember this. The way you think differently might one day become your greatest gift.